I want to share something important today, especially for those of you over 60 who are dealing with diabetes. My mission is to spread knowledge and positivity, because as we age, our health becomes more fragile and more valuable. And when it comes to heart health and blood sugar, there's nothing more frustrating than doing everything right and still feeling like your medication is letting you down. You take your pills on time, you follow your doctor's orders, and yet your blood sugar is still climbing, or it's fluctuating unpredictably, or you're still feeling tired, foggy, or numb in your feet. It feels like your body isn't listening. But what if I told you this might not be your fault at all? As a cardiologist who has worked with thousands of older adults, and as a nutritionist focused on metabolic health, I've seen this pattern again and again. Seniors come to me confused, even ashamed, thinking they failed their treatment. But often, it's not the medication itself that's failing. It's something hidden in the background that's quietly sabotaging its effects. And these hidden reasons are surprisingly common after age 60. Let me ask you a simple question. Have you noticed that your medication used to work better a few years ago? That you used to feel more stable after taking it? But now it seems like you need more food, more rest, more help even to stay balanced. That's not your imagination. It's your metabolism changing with age. After 60, your kidneys filter slower, your liver processes more sluggishly, and your digestive system absorbs differently. These age-related changes can make your medication behave in unexpected ways. Your dosage might be right on paper, but in your body, it's a different story. Another overlooked reason: inflammation. Chronic low-grade inflammation that builds quietly over decades. This inflammation interferes with insulin sensitivity and how well your cells respond to glucose. And here's what's alarming. Inflammation also blocks how certain diabetes medications work at the cellular level. That means even if you take the correct dose, inflammation can block the effect like a locked door. You keep trying to open it, but nothing happens. Your blood sugar stays high, and you don't know why. There's more. Your daily habits, from your breakfast choices to your sleep routine, can quietly undo everything your medication is trying to do. We'll talk about food timing, nutrient deficiencies, hidden sugar sources, and even over-the-counter supplements that clash with your meds. But most importantly, we'll show you how to fix it. Because you deserve better. You deserve clarity, control, and peace of mind about your health. And that starts with understanding the real reasons behind medication failure in seniors with diabetes. In Part 2, I'll reveal one of the most common hidden reasons most doctors overlook, even in routine checkups. Let's talk about something that most people don't realize until it's too late. One of the biggest hidden reasons why your diabetes medication may stop working is not about the medication itself. It's about your nutrient levels. And this matters even more after the age of 60. You see, your body needs certain key vitamins and minerals in order for your medication to function properly. Without them, it's like trying to drive a car without gas. The engine might be fine, but it's not going anywhere. The two most important nutrients you need to watch are magnesium and vitamin B12. Magnesium is essential for insulin sensitivity. Without enough of it, your body becomes resistant to insulin, whether that insulin is made naturally or taken as medication. Unfortunately, magnesium levels decline with age, and many common senior medications, including diuretics and antacids, further deplete magnesium stores. If your magnesium is low, your medication cannot work at full capacity. You may feel like your treatment has stopped working, when in reality your cells are just not responding the way they should. Vitamin B12 is just as critical. This vitamin helps support nerve function and glucose metabolism. But here's the issue. Many seniors taking metformin, one of the most common diabetes drugs, experience a gradual drop in B12 over time. This deficiency doesn't show up right away. It creeps in slowly, causing fatigue, numbness, memory lapses, and worse, blood sugar control. The irony is that the very drug meant to help your diabetes might also be quietly setting you up for failure if B12 is not monitored and replaced. So how do we fix this? First, ask your doctor to test your magnesium and B12 levels, especially if you've been taking diabetes medication for over 6 months. This should be part of your routine care, but many providers overlook it. If your levels are low, ask about supplements or food-based options. Almonds, spinach, pumpkin seeds, and avocado are excellent sources of magnesium. For B12, animal proteins, like eggs, salmon, and liver, are rich options. For vegetarians, a supplement is often necessary. Also avoid common antacids and acid blockers, if not medically essential. These interfere with nutrient absorption and contribute to deficiencies over time. Try taking your medications with nutrient-dense meals, not just toast and coffee. Remember, the food you pair with your medication changes how it's absorbed and how effective it is. These small details add up. They can make the difference between stable blood sugar and roller coaster days that leave you drained. In Part 3, we'll explore how one sneaky ingredient hiding in your daily meals could be quietly blocking your medication from doing its job, and how to eliminate it without giving up your favorite foods. Let's take a moment to talk about your meals. Not just what you eat, but when and how. Because even if you take your diabetes medication exactly as prescribed, the food you eat around it can either make it effective or cancel it out completely. And one of the biggest saboteurs hiding in plain sight is refined carbohydrates. These are the processed grains and added sugars that sneak into bread, pasta, cereal, crackers, snacks, sauces, and even so-called healthy granola bars. For older adults, especially those managing diabetes, refined carbs are dangerous, not just because they spike blood sugar, but because they block your medication's ability to work effectively. Here's how it happens. When you eat refined carbs, your blood sugar spikes quickly. Your medication tries to lower it, but the sudden spike is too strong. It overwhelms the medication's action. Then, just as quickly, your blood sugar crashes, leading to fatigue cravings, irritability, and even dizziness. This pattern repeats meal after meal, day after day. Over time, your medication becomes less and less effective because it's constantly fighting a losing battle against food choices that overpower its design. But there's another layer. Refined carbs don't just spike blood sugar. They also promote chronic inflammation and fat buildup around your organs, especially the liver and pancreas. This inflammation directly interferes with how your cells respond to insulin and oral medications. Even worse, some of the so-called healthy foods marketed to seniors, low-fat yogurt diet, bread, whole wheat crackers often contain hidden sugars and starches that act just like white bread inside your body. What can you do? First, focus on timing. Never take your medication on an empty stomach, followed by a high-carb breakfast. This creates a blood sugar spike your medication cannot control. Instead, pair your medication with a balanced breakfast that includes healthy fat, fiber, and protein. Think eggs with avocado, Greek yogurt with chia seeds, or oatmeal topped with walnuts and cinnamon. These meals slow the release of glucose and give your medication time to work. Second, read labels carefully. Look out for added sugars like cane syrup, maltodextrin, corn syrup, and even agave. Replace refined grains with whole food options like quinoa, buckwheat, sweet potatoes, and lentils. These provide slow, steady energy and support blood sugar stability. Small changes like these give your medication the fighting chance it needs. You don't need to cut all carbs. You just need to choose carbs that work with your body, not against it. In Part 4, we'll talk about another silent saboteur, a common daily habit that alters your medication's timing and reduces its impact dramatically. Many people believe that as long as they take their medication every day, it will work the same way. But this is a dangerous myth, especially for seniors managing diabetes. The timing of when you take your medication can change its effectiveness dramatically. And I've seen patients struggle for years without realizing they were taking their pills at the wrong time for their body's rhythm. Let me explain why timing matters more than most doctors tell you. First, your body's insulin sensitivity isn't constant. It changes throughout the day. For most people, insulin sensitivity is highest in the morning and drops gradually throughout the afternoon and evening. That means the same dose of medication might have a stronger effect in the morning and a weaker effect at night. If you take a high dose in the evening before a heavy dinner, your body may not respond well. You might wake up with high blood sugar the next day and assume your medication failed. In reality, your timing just didn't match your body's rhythm. Second, certain diabetes drugs must be taken before meals. If tired, opt for a light protein-based snack like nuts or Greek yogurt. Evening, eat dinner at least 2 to 3 hours before bedtime. Take any prescribed medication as directed and keep a log of how you feel. Limit heavy carbs and instead focus on cooked vegetables, legumes, and lean proteins. Shut down screens at least 1 hour before bed to support melatonin production. Night sleep is not just rest, it is repair. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep. Poor sleep increases inflammation and disrupts insulin sensitivity. A dark, cool, quiet room is best. If needed, try magnesium or melatonin under medical guidance. By following this plan, you support your medication with the lifestyle it needs to succeed. You deserve to feel better. You deserve progress, not plateaus. If this guide helped you or someone you care about, please subscribe to this channel. Leave a comment and share this video with others. Your support helps us continue spreading health and hope to seniors across the country.